Ladies and gentlemen, we got another wannabe Ben Shapiro here, who is such a big cuck for Israel that he doesn't have the balls, he doesn't have the spine to speak the truth. He may seem like he speaks the truth. He may portray himself as somebody who is a patriot and diehard fan for America. But truth of the matter is, this dude doesn't have a spine. This dude can only attack one religion, and every single criticism that he throws at that religion, guess what? The other religion that he is defending has the same thing and even worse. But he's not going to talk about that because he understands who pays the bill. He understands who is in control. He understands who is running the business. He knows this. Anyways, that person, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Conehead. Yes, the dude that has a bigger gum than his teeth. Charlie, aka Kirk. Or should I say, Charlie, aka Zionist cocksucker. Anyways, let's go ahead and try to debunk some of the things that he's gonna spew out of his mouth, talking about a religion that he has no idea about, except for he just picks and chooses whatever it is that he wants to put out there to make Islam look as bad as possible. And so, before I start this video, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know in advance, I am not somebody who is a religious debater. I am not somebody who is extremely knowledgeable when it comes to Islam. Although I am a Muslim, I still feel like I have a right to defend my religion, because you have somebody like this who has such a huge follower, right? And he is just out there spewing out the most ridiculous nonsense about Islam that he could possibly think about. All right, some of the stuff that he said is like, dude, just shut up, man. Anyways, I don't want this video to go on forever, so let's go ahead and just listen to a couple of let's just listen.
The question is macro Islam compatible with Western values? Macro. Of course it's not. There are three major reasons why. Islam does not believe in freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech. Oh boy. Now, America, one of the biggest flex that it likes to portray out there is that it says it has freedom of speech. That's what it claims that it has. I'm gonna go ahead right now and let you guys know that is bullshit. The reason I say that is because if I was to say this 10 years ago, you could easily come and debunk me. And I would be like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. Because I wouldn't know much information back then. But fast forward into 2025, now we understand who runs the game. Now we understand who pays this guy. If you want to know who is the ruler, who is the one that's ruling you, who can you not criticize? I can criticize the president. I can sit here and say Donald Trump is a stupid idiot. I can say any of these things. I can criticize the Speaker of the House. I can criticize the entire government in of itself. Nothing will happen to me. Nobody's going to come knock on my door. Heck, my channel may even get boosted and be sent to a bunch of liberals out there who definitely hate Donald Trump. But there's a certain group of people that I cannot criticize. So if what he's saying is true, that freedom of speech is something that is all high and mighty in America, why is it that people are losing their channels when they speak about this group? Why are people, their life is being threatened when they speak about this group? Why are people losing their job when they speak about this group? And keep in mind, this group is in the Middle East. They are in the Middle East, but for some reason, they have a strong hold when it comes to the speech in America. And so the fact that Charlie Kirk is sitting here talking about America has freedom of speech, back then it did, now it doesn't. Because you cannot criticize the people who are actually ruling you. You can't criticize them. So let's keep going.
Islam does not believe in freedom of religion, and Islam does not...
Freedom of religion. Now, I went ahead and pulled up an article over here. So, in Spain, Muslim, Jews, and Christian lived together for almost 7 centuries. And also keep in mind that Muslims were the leader. It wasn't like it was the Jews that was leading or the Christian. No, it was the Muslims. They were the one that was leading. So my question to Charlie Kirk is, for the past 7 centuries, this is just one part of the history that I'm talking about, by the way. There's a lot more, but I just give this because I want to keep this video very, very short. So my question to Charlie Kirk is, for the past 7 centuries, why is it that Muslims didn't force the Christians to convert or the Jews to convert. In fact, I will even say this. The Jews also believe in this. They said that the golden year of the Jew was under the Muslim rule. This is what they said. This is not coming from me. This is not coming from me. Now, am I going to go over here and say, oh my God, the Jews and the Christian live peacefully, wonderfully, with no trouble at all under the Muslim? No, there was some conflict. There's no perfect society. That's a fact. But truth of the matter is, Muslims and Jews and Christian live together in peace, in coexistence for over 7 centuries. Let's keep going.
Not believe in separation of mosque and state. Those 3 things are antithetical to the West. In a Muslim majority country, most Muslim majority countries, you cannot criticize the Prophet Muhammad.
Criticizing Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, why do you think people don't respect Christians today? You want to know why? Because you got the LGBT mafia out there literally portraying Jesus to be an homosexual. Some of them even go as far as saying that, he is non-binary. They go ahead when they do their parade in downtown. Yeah, what they do is they dress a man, portraying him to be Jesus, putting him on a cross, and then you got another man twerking on him. That's your God. That's here in America. The people in the Middle East, the special group people in the Middle East, in their book, they say that Jesus is in hell burning in human feces. Muslims, we adore Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. We love Jesus. We can't be Muslim unless we believe in Jesus. If anybody criticizes Jesus in a Muslim country, they will get in trouble for that. So the fact that you are sitting here as if it is something that is bad that they can't criticize our prophet, nah, bro. That's a flex for us. That's why people respect Muslim, because we are not spineless. We are not somebody who bends knees to anybody and everybody that just wants to come and say, freedom of speech. That mean I can criticize your prophet if I want. That mean I can criticize your God if I want. No, you cannot do that. There's limit. You wouldn't allow me to criticize your mother in front of you. So why should I allow you to criticize somebody that I love? Let's keep going.
In most Muslim majority countries, you do not have the same robust freedom of religion protections. And finally, whereas we in the West are very careful to try to intermix religion and state, they are commanded to actually go into the state and try to change the state to be more Islamic around the core pillars of Islam. And the last thing I'll finally say is, I cannot see a single Western country that has become more Islamic and has become a better place to live that is happier or freer.
I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there. He just goes on yapping about some other stuff, man, because if I keep going with this video, I would be here forever. But like I said, I want to try to keep this video as short as possible. But truth of the matter is, Charlie, you claim that Islam does not align with Western value. And I agree with you. But the question is, what is Western value? I've been living in the United States for over 17 years. What have I seen? I made a couple of lists, my friend. Gambling. Islam doesn't like gambling. Islam said, do not gamble. Go to Vegas. The only reason Vegas is as rich looking, as big as it is, as sparkling as it is because you got people who go to their 9-to-5 job, earn huge amount of wealth, and then they're going to gamble it away. If gambling was fair, if gambling was something that is the odd or is either in your favor or not, then we should not see Vegas like the way it is, because the majority of the money that goes to Vegas to make it look like the way it does is from gambling. People are losing their homes because of gambling. People are going through divorce and destroying their family because of gambling. They're addicted to it. You have people on Twitch teaching little kids how to gamble. Gambling has become such a huge business in America. It's everywhere. Everywhere. It's a multi-billion. It's $1 billion. They're making shitload of money off of gambling is what I'm trying to say. But we don't understand that if you gamble, it's not in your favor. The game is rigged. When you go to the casino, these machines, they're rigged. The place is designed to keep you there as long as possible. If these people are losing money and the odd is a 50-50 chance that you're going to win, they would not be persuading people to stay in there for as long as possible. The only reason they do that is because they know that the odd is in their favor. The game is rigged. Gambling is one of the biggest problems in America. Drug and alcohol. Don't get me started with that. You got homeless people on the side of the street who can stay off the drug. You got drug just everywhere. You got alcohol everywhere. And we understand that these are the things that are extremely dangerous and detrimental to the human society. But yet it is prominent in America. Next. The corn industry. Now that is a whole rabbit hole that you don't even want to get into. Corn is banned in Muslim country. Give me one positivity about corn. Just one. Give it to me. But one thing that we understand is that corn is designed to completely destroy a society. It makes men weak. It makes them not want to stand up and fight for what they believe in. But that's another one. And we understand that corn is extremely dangerous. So next, high tax. Holy crap. We are literally paying about 50% of the tax here in America. I'm going to go ahead and say that about when you get paid, you get taxed. When you spend money, you get taxed. So it's damn near 50%, if not even more than 50%. When you go to Muslims country, they like to complain about, well, non-Muslims have to pay jizya. Jizya is only 2.5% of your wealth, and you don't have to register for the army. In fact, the Muslims have to pay, jizya is 1.5. The non-Muslims have to pay 1.5. The Muslims have to pay 2.5% of that wealth, right? Not only do Muslims have to pay more, they also have to protect the people who are not Muslim. Make it make sense. Shouldn't it be the opposite? If you're not going to join the army, you should pay 2.5% and then get protection. But rather, it's the opposite. Muslims pay 2.5% and you only pay 1.5% and you're protected and you don't have to fight in the war when war comes to the land. All right? And then interest. Interest is something that it literally destroys an entire nation. That fringe group of people in the Middle East that you're so fond of, Charlie Kirk, the reason these people got kicked out of 109 places, a lot of the reason is because of interest. When you introduce interest in a society, what it does is, over time, the wealthy become wealthier and the poor become poorer. And the wealthy literally take over everything. The wealth balance is just off. And what happened is the society gets destroyed because the 1% or less than 1% of the people in that society have all the wealth. This is just a little tiny fragment of what I'm trying to say. And like I said, I'm not somebody who is extremely knowledgeable in these aspects. There are brothers out there who has made video to debunk this dude right here. But I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys have a little bit of taste of the amount of nonsense this dude likes to put out there. So yeah, if you made it this far, man, I know I was yapping on and stuff like that, but please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Keep in mind, I don't really do a lot of videos like these, but I just wanted to go ahead and just talk a little bit about this because holy crap,